Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy!
Welcome back. Starting off today, building a liquid airlock. Let's just move this little component up a bit. Put that right on the pump itself. So we're going to put some liquid here. Probably going to use salt water. We've got plenty of that up in this general area. Actually, just tie into this guy here. Start dropping that off right there. Just realize the rovers aren't helping out with this pipe because they can't get across. They can't actually use the fire pole. So I'm going to put a little ladder there. That should make a huge difference. Before I forget, let's up this value. Check on the pips. We've got another wild plant. Excellent. So we're growing wild waterweed up in this zone. Don't see any... Oh, that's right, because the pipes are being built. That's right. Okay, so we'll wait for that. Now, I've got to watch radiation. Yeah, I don't want that to go down, so... I'm not yet at a point. I've got enough steel to build some bunker tiles. I could potentially have issues here with meteorites, but let's just do this for now. I have dupes that are sensitive to radiation. Checking on this. Also, watching my dirt situation. I just popped this up. I have 260 tons of dirt. That's lots of dirt, and I still have more dirt to get out. I've been very carefully watching these guys to minimize the amount of dirt that may not really have been necessary. I think I am going to make a change. I had a thought about this process. So I want to keep doing this until I'm comfortable. So I want to get additional dupes, but I don't want to have to go expand the amount of dirt that I'm consuming by too much. So I'm going to have this turned into an actual stable. So this is my kind of feeding zone. So we'll work on that a little bit. Let's see. Nearly complete that pipe. Another planting here by the spip. Amazing. So I've got this polluted water bottle that I pumped up into a huge area, or this huge bottle. It's got 671 kilograms. I want to drop this down here, but before I do that, let's just create some tiles like that. Make sure we get some of these deodorizers, and this is going to be shared amongst this new stable. I'm going to make this stable 96, even though that might not really be essential, because I don't think I'm going to have 8 hatches here at a time. Tile right here. Let's check on this. We're starting to load some liquid. That's awesome. And another plant. We'll continue on. Good job, everyone. So actually, I'm just wondering, is there any reason not to just put a door? I think that's the best thing right there. hydrogen is really building up. This pump should start to take care of that. As long as I'm consuming hydrogen at priority order from this, that should be good. Let's take that fire pole right to the top. So I am starting to use a good amount of the metal. I'm going to have to think about space travel. Before we do that, though, let's make sure we get the best radiation protection we can. Not sure if the dupes can access this one. I think they can, yep. So just moving over my glass forge area, which used to be right here. Designing this so it's going to drop off molten glass right here. This is the same spot that I'm bringing in some ice. I'm going to choose a few pieces of ice to actually bring back up. Just spin around this zone. I'm not sure if we're having issues with these plants. Just to be safe, how about we go in here, dig them out. Was that all the water we had? Okay, yeah, this pump is dry, but we've got tons of other locations. We can just move this pump right here, in fact. Connect that to the line. Give that some power. It's taking those plants out, but I see they've got another one here, so we're able to continue along. Okay, so this bottle is being dropped down. Let's have a look at the size. Stable is 89. Oh, yeah, no. I forgot the whole point of this was to put in the grooming station. So let's make sure we do that. Move this back by 2. I am giving my first dupe the demolition skill. Now I've got the first dupe that has plumbing. So we've established our liquid airlock. So what I'm going to do is open this up to space. Got a ladder that goes all the way up here. You'll add a little bit more protection from radiation. And then we're going to block off this door. So here is my plan. I want to bring a heavy watt wire way up here for a project that I want to get started in involving space travel. Because I want to have modified rockets before I take off. But metal, if I just use this out of iron ore, I do have copper though, I would only be able to build 96 pieces. Might need to start claiming some metal back. What I could have done, maybe what I should have done over in this zone, is built this out of conductive wire with 2 transformers here. But if I run out of metal, I always can claim that back. So I think I've got enough. So let's start the process. Actually, let's put in our glass forge. It's going to go right here as long as no pips have gotten in the way. Can't do anything there, we're good. Just not 100% sure where the output for that guy is. I think kind of shows it's there. I guess I can always connect it with another pipe if I'm off. Okay, so there's that. We've got to bring heavy watt wire up. I'm going to try to avoid the central area of the base since there's bad decor associated with that. Let's see, maybe we'll switch this out. And we'll start the process of bringing up heavy watt wire. The dupes are going to need a ladder. Also going to need... I'll start to make these out of lead, so if I replace my circuits, this will be something that's already done. Connect up like that. I don't think there's anything essential that couldn't be turned off for a short period of time, so we'll cut that now. Just noticed we're starting to build up some plastic, so why not take advantage of that? Get a plastic ladder right to the top there. And continue along down the bottom. Just making the dupes be able to climb a little bit faster. Aim to get you here in this spare area. Let's actually make sure we have hydrogen all the way through. Now we do. This is looking good. And hydrogen at the top levels for these two stables. Oh, haven't been watching this. We're making progress. Now I eventually want to go through this area here. Might be easier to... I don't want to disrupt this guy here, so we're going to upgrade this first. While we're doing that, we can bring this up and around. Do that like this. I need some ladders I can see to get across. Take that up to here. We want to make sure that we maintain our stables. Okay, see this is off, so I'm just going to add an extra insulated tile or pipe, just like that. Gonna make this a low priority task again, and the dupes, if they've got nothing else to do, at least they'll produce a little bit of molten glass, which is going to start landing down here. We've got the ice running through, so it should be nice and cold. So with this filled up, we can get rid of the liquid vents. And I gotta start replenishing some of my rovers that have been expiring. So we have these wires upgraded. So I'm gonna do this in such a way that I can continue to operate them. Make sure we cut this right here. We might have cut there and there too. Okay, so now that I've set it, those circuits apart, I can do that, and we'll continue along. Okay, this time, claim this wire back. The pump. And we're gonna go further up. Let's see, in this case, go up like this. I'm gonna just build this now, but not actually connect it. Okay, we are getting low, but we're close to space. So we're gonna put that right there. Another plant. Waterweed. Just checking to see if we've got any plants in the way. I believe that this guy... Maybe we'll wait and see if we can get a single piece of lettuce before we take it out, though. So I think I'm going to switch to copper for the last little bit, because I want to make sure I save some iron for making steel. Now, I might not need to keep this line up forever. So if I need this metal for something else, I could claim it back, but we have to modify our rockets first. Last little bit of wiring is done. Just go get my rocket, and then we'll start on the wiring outside here. Did notice a funny little thing about this rover. It has to pass by this, and the rover actually opens the door. It doesn't go in the rocket, but it opens the door before it goes through. Here's what I'm talking about. It jumps across, opens the door, doesn't actually go in. The dupes do the same thing too, but I thought for a second the rover went in the rocket. I'm like, wait a minute, they can't do that. But whenever someone walks by, the door just pops open. Okay, so we are set now. Let's maybe not do that, so we get that sand would fall. But yeah, we will bring over some of this, and then I can design. Gotta separate this now. So now we have a connection, a heavy watt wire connection. Actually, the first thing I can do is connect into this guy. So if I can do that, I no longer need a manual generator. How are we doing with carbon dioxide in here, by the way? 80, we're getting a little low. Still going. But let's get rid of that whole line. So no one has to do this anymore. We'll disable that, destruct it. Getting close to the first half of this room. I have dupes that get stressed out easily, so I just want to add in extra stress relieving abilities. Whenever they are using the lavatory, they'll get that, or the showers. Or how about the sinks too, actually. We'll even do the backup washroom down here. And if they ever do get stressed out, why not put that down there? Scientist, I'll give some ability to get stress relief while they're working. Is there any other major work areas? Maybe the metal refiner. We'll leave that alone for now. Plan to move that. So we've just one more plant to put in. I'm going to start to move the pips over. At least some of them have to leave at least one if I want that last plant to be done. But we can move a few, you guys. And then we'll do the second half of this room with water weeds. Or floor anyway, I guess they're technically separate rooms. So I made it to the point, I'm starting to get more glossy Dricklet eggs than the Sage Hatch eggs. That's not a bad thing. So this doesn't just produce plastic and reed fiber, it also bumps up our meat. Barbecue meat is low. In fact, calories in general is low. But I'm not running the incubator, so I think we're gonna be okay. But let's attack a few of these guys up our meat collection again. And some of you guys, I'm not choosing not to attack these guys because I still want material. But that's gonna change, and all of a sudden, at some point, I'm expecting an explosion of meat. At which point I'll probably be comfortable printing a few new dupes on base. Let's check to see if we have any new plastic a little bit. got a mission to go up here with work on a rocket. So if I can get this put in place, that would be very nice. Actually, if I got enough plastic, not only would I have that, I might even bring in the tube system, which I don't think I've researched just yet. No, let's start on that. So we've got this whole room done up, so I'm just going to bring these waterweed seeds over here. Maybe we'll make this a higher priority task so the pips can move along. And I see we've got that guy. I'll leave them alone for the moment. I don't know if it'll make it because this is a slow-growing plant. The pips actually are quite productive. I'm almost certain we won't make it. Not that I'm really in need of lettuce at this point. I'd like to keep barbecue meat being the food of source or choice for the dupes. That's going to up their morale. I've been giving them the skill points, and a big component of their morale is their food. Just realizing I built this cooling line to go over here to deal with a little bit of heat that's adding up, and never actually took advantage of that, or yeah, connected that. So maybe I'll do that now. There we go. Don't actually need to change the material. See, we've got a cycle going on. We want to kill that right away. Essentially, Rancher is picking up eggs and going all along this way to drop them off right here. Now that I've got wiring up there, I'll be set to do some stuff in space, but I think I want to spend some time down here for the moment. Whoa, let's not do that. See, this carbon dioxide geyser is back, but I do want to get rid of the little polluted water that's there. So these plants are no longer producing hydrogen, and that's because we need to get someone to run a harvest in. But this is a high-pressured area. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this just yet safely. I don't want hydrogen or carbon dioxide to fill up in the base. So I'm going to plan very, very carefully and then proceed with the goal of getting into this area for the dupes. So this is what I'm thinking of doing. Very similar to the top of the base, where I have this liquid pass through. The only thing is, I want to choose the best liquid for this, and I'm going to say that's brine. This can be up to -20. And it is -22, almost there, so we're going to have to watch ourselves very carefully. I'm going to put some insulated tiles along like this. What's that? Oh, there's a plant there. And yeah, so we do that, and I'm going to change this out to regular tiling now. At least up until this point. The idea is to trap the carbon dioxide and hydrogen on this side of the base and have it not go up here. And if I insulate this, my thinking is that's going to make it so that this liquid doesn't freeze, which I do not want. So we're going to want to put in a liquid vent right there. And I'll go get some brine. Now this might be a little bit of a challenge because I might get some mix of water and brine, but let's build a pump at this location right here. Might have to do some filtering, but that's okay. We will connect this guy with some power. We'll get a pipe going alongside this guy, but not connect in. I could actually reuse this since this is going to be a temporary thing, and we've got excess amount of water stored here anyways. So disabling this line's not going to be a big thing. Might be the best way to go about this. Alright, and let's put in final piece right there. Just about to put a rover up, and I see circuitry overload. What did we do? Do not want this to go on for very long. Is it the heavy wire system that's overloaded? Oh, I bet not quite. I bet there's a single piece I forgot of regular wiring somewhere around here. If I click on circuitry overload. Oh! Okay, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, that's no good. Let's... I forgot. This is a bad idea, so I need to go back here. Maybe I do need a transformer. Forget that bit. I either need... Yeah, I'll put a transformer... I can't put a transformer in space. Maybe the easiest thing to do is actually put a transformer here. Let's go up in space. We don't want to forget any dupes up there. Get another rover. Send them back down. And let's put in a transformer. We're gonna have to bring in heavy wire to the transformer, of course. Nuts. Is this thing... that's too bad. It's too bad where it broke. It's not an easy place to get in. But I'm not, let's focus in on, okay, we're still getting power. Why? Let's take this whole thing out. Oh, because it's, yeah, that makes sense, because it's just consuming power from the battery. Which is fine, it should be safe for the moment. Alright, so there's that bit. Let's also get rid of this guy. Alright, so we have got a little bit of brine. Might as well just leave that there. We're going to create a line that connects this out. Bringing in the heavy wire. It's going to go from here to the transformer. Regular wire is going to connect these guys, though I don't think I'm using this anyways. I don't know if there's anything that can be done here. Because I believe that can't be used, or is not going to transport any power. And there's no other way. I can't build here. I wish I had a connector here or here. What are the chances that something would break in this rocket that's going to be in this zone? Not too small. I have no idea if there's a point in doing that, but we'll do that anyway. Now I'm going to do a little bit of filtering. So put in a filter right here. I'm going to be filtering for brine. Anything else, which will be water, as I anticipate, will go down here. Connect that up. So with this filter running, I'm going to set it to target brine. Liquid that can get pretty cold. Alright, so with that, I'm going to connect this in here, disconnect this right here. Don't actually need to change the pipe. And if I do this, the brine should start overriding the regular pump. Just make sure this actually... Oh, This will operate a little more efficiently if we did that. Okay. And here is the brine. So if this filter works correctly, yeah, there it is. We should see the brine going in here. I'll just load that up until we have enough, and we can get rid of the filter after that point. See a little bit of liquid in the way. Let's destroy this so that kind of gets up and out of the way. Otherwise, we might have brine flowing over the sides. Continuing to watch the pips. We've got more progress towards all this waterweed. Just curious with what's going to happen with this water once this brine fills up. Over 1,000 now. So I should see brine sloshing to the sides. Have I inadvertently... Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, have I made it infinite storage at this location? Well, not infinite, because these tiles would break if that kept on going. Okay, there we are. Let's put a tile right there, because I don't want to rely on a little piece of water that could freeze. So I noticed a number of my hatches were elderly a while ago. I can see that the numbers have gone down, so I've been repopulating them with sage hatches over here. I'm just going to pick up this guy and move them over to this room. Speaking of which, where are we with plastic? Okay, we can go right to the top. And right to the bottom. I'm going to save any future plastic for the tube. Noticed we had some power issues when the glass forge is on, so I'm going to throw another one of these over here. Put tile right there. Make sure we've got some automation, so we only have it running when it's needed. Connect that with some hydrogen. So I'm going to say how much brine do we have here. Yeah, let's get rid of that, or what I'll do, actually. I'm just going to cut this right here. Get rid of the pump altogether. Let's see, igneous rock. Let's put that in there and stop going in and out. Excellent. Clear out some of that piping. What is... Oh, I made this out of igneous rock. It's currently there, though. Oh, ceramic. That's what it was. I made a piece of ceramic. I guess I can change that back to insulated igneous. Okay, so now, finally, we've got this area. I can dig into here. Still want to be very careful about my steps. Let's see why I can't dig in there. Let's proceed until we get down to this additional one. Locate it way down here. Actually, no, wait, let's just go in this direction. Now at this point, I'm going to mix carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Alright, let me have a think just before we go really quickly into this zone. Oh, I see, they can't get past this. We need a ladder. At least do that much. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to get dupes to dig this out. We're going to put a tile right here and here. Start with this top one. Dig out here and get down there, just so we avoid mixing these two gases. Oh, though we're gonna mix with the carbon dioxide that's here anyway. I think what I'll do, maybe let's not worry about that. Let's just smash into it. And what I'll do is I'll put in automation over here to turn this pump off. If it's ever needed, we'll do that right there. This is going to be a filter. It's going to control this pump. Alright, and this is going to detect hydrogen, so we've mixed the two spots. At the same time, why don't I originally planned, or at least a long time ago, to plant 2 more of these. Oh, let's... So now I can harvest. I'm gonna get, we don't actually need this. Well, we'll leave it there. So I want to have 2 more spots where, if I do this right, I'll use this little area up here. Open the door. Once that's open, I can make things out of obsidian. Put that right there. Close this door again, so that doesn't get built. Speaking of pips, I'm going to move one over. Let's do that. If there's any wild pips around, I see some pip squeaks. That's fine. I'm going to take one of these guys temporarily. We'll move them down here. That ladder, low priority, though that really shouldn't matter. Okay, so now we're back to producing hydrogen again. We're not going to run out of that, which is good to see. Let's detect hydrogen. Whoops. Just wait for someone to build that, I guess. That's about it. That's actually not so bad. Assuming something doesn't go terribly wrong. I'm gonna look, is there any ice between us and this world? We're gonna just lock this thing. Can even open this up a little bit of okay, well, this guy picking up hydrogen is not a big deal, because that's going, carbon dioxide going towards the rocket. I assume you've got a pip in your hand. Nope. Plant meat. Oh, plant meat. You're putting that probably in the freezer. That's perfect place for it. On the metal mission, I had Cedric mentioned that some of these devices might actually be very useful. So next space mission is I'm going to be experimenting with that setup to load material on my rocket. So it won't be just up to my dupes. I believe now we have our rover, not a rover, pip on the way. The plan is to get this guy to plant something right here. If you would, Pip. So my thinking now is I'm going to continue working with another set of pips, and we're going to go in this direction. So let's destroy this. We can smash into this area because I created a tile right here. We're going to get way over here. I'm going to drain some of this salt water out, and I want to plant some pincha pepper plants for some of these guys. So I'm not always going to be dependent on mealwood. We'll have both a mix of wild and planted version of that. That's what I'll start off doing. Let's get all the salt water together, so that we can just build a single pump to deal with that. And a little bit of ladder going up should take care of this. Okay, watching the pips that are over here because they are making really good progress. Where are we with, I know we just started, but we're at 16% for the first water weed plant that we put in. Oh, we can't actually get here. Let's fix that. I think we might have lost our pip. That's alright. Unlike earlier in the game where I would not been happy about that. Well, we've got tons of pips because we've got pip stables. Here is one that we'll bring in. I want to try to avoid having them go here. So what I'm going to do, make this a high priority thing. Make that a level 7 drop off. Oh, I see this. Let's get this out of the room. Oh, mealwood seed. Let's get that out of the room. Be disappointing if a pip planted that. They can't plant anything. They could plant something here and here. Let's... Don't bother with the trick that time. We've got so many rovers. Speaking of which, I might go and get another rover. So let's deal with some of this water. Salt water. I'm gonna build a pump right here. Deal with this. Oh, hold on. I want to be careful about this. Let's make a new storage. This is where I'm storing my bleach stone. Find a new spot for that. Just noticed this wire was never actually built. Let me finish that up. So put airflow tile right here. And that's going to allow for size 64, which is the maximum for barracks. Decided I'm going to use the spare stable for storing bleach stone. And drop some salt water off there. And we'll connect to this new salt water. Oh, we already have some salt water line. Now I don't want too much, so I want to be there when it actually drops that off. Okay, so we have a new critter trap, maybe. Or, yeah, we'll get another one right there, unless that pip decides to walk into that. Wait and see what happens with that. This reminds me, these guys are on their last few tiles. So we've got some brine, or salt water being dropped off. I'm going to make this our bleach stone location. Store it there, high priority. See, that will be enough. Don't need to hold on. In fact, you know what? That is enough. We'll cut that. We'll also destroy the other one. And then once that's destroyed, I should see all these rovers running in to grab this bleach stone for us. So we've got 2 pumps. We've got 1 pump right here. Another pump in the liquid that's up here. Connect that in. Have the actual line going in. Well, let's see. This is my water line. Let's not connect to that. Whoops. Get rid of that bonus. Okay, so where are you going? Oh, just to the T. I guess the question is what to do with this spare salt water. Probably just put that through the water treatment area. So this goes down here. Let's bring it around like that. We'll just connect in with this guy. There, that should work. While we have all this going on, I'm going to start to dig out a spot here. It's going to be a little bit of a radioactive area, but we could create some shielding. This is where the first pinch of pepper plants I'm planning to put in. And I'll have a stable for some regular Dracos that'll land right in there. So now we're starting to have this saltwater drain from this area. Eventually we'll have it drain from up here as well. So now it's time to start a very interesting project. Just before I do, let's check on some pips. We've lost a pip. Let's see, do we have any guys here? If I send your age 4 So you'll become an adult, should take care of that for us. Let's go back over here. Continue with that. And now, let's start digging up in this zone. This is going to be spaced exposed area. And this is going to be in a vacuum. And we're going to start the process and see if it's possible. I haven't done this in a bit. So as long as the game still allows it, we're going to try to melt a rocket wall. Not this one, but a new rocket. See, we just made some exposure to space. Let's patch that up quickly. I want to make some... Oh, another one. You know what? Let's just hold... never mind. Too late. You're too fast. So I want to make some natural tiles here. I can see other pieces of sand that's going to fall down. I've got one tile here that's natural. I want to make it... you know what? Let's just fill in all of this and we'll deal with making natural tiles later. Oh, another one. That ladder in between them, actually. And up that. There we go. And we're nearly across to this other side. So maybe this is where I'll get everyone to come down and start building the natural tiles from this direction. A little bit of hydrogen is in there. We will want to make sure that becomes a vacuum. So we're going to deal with very hot temperatures if we have any hope of getting a rocket wall melted. So just going to prioritize on consuming this water. I already cut this right here, and I'm going to cut the water going in here. So it's just going to focus on consuming water from here and here. So we're going to create a natural tile right here. We can have 3, 3, and another 3. This is for the pinch of pepper plants. Starting to create floor. So we want this to be a height 4. We'll start the process here for the stable. This is also going to get all the water weed seeds out of the way. See if any of these rovers trap themselves in a tile. There's my natural tile going in while we have that. Always peering over here every now and then. These pips are taking their time. Make sure I up that high priority. Yep. There it is, another natural tile, so we can destroy these 3. Noticed we're starting to build up in plastic. So now that research is complete on the transit tube, let's put that in place. Power right next to it, that is super convenient. Build ladder right there because I'm going to be bringing a tube up. So the main concentration or main... Oh. Only slight annoyance here is I have a tube and hole together. That means rovers aren't going to be able to cross this line. Might not be the biggest of deals, so we'll just go ahead for now. I can always replace or make a swap those two. Okay, so if I get a pip in here, wait, before I do that, let's create 2 more natural tiles here and here. Oh, hold on. Take that out first because I need to create another tile. So here's my feeding stable. This is great because while these guys are consuming some food, we've got a grooming station. Actually, let's bump that priority up. Gonna temporarily lower this so when I wrangle these guys, they're gonna go back to the stables without any food. And just look for any guys that are hungry. I saw one. Have to get them actually once these guys are gone first. So I might be a little bit too paranoid about the dirt situation, minimizing this, but, well, it has dropped. It was 260 something ones, I can't remember, but, yeah, I'll play it safe until we've got a rocket where I can go collect more resources, or have other food resource growing without dirt, which is starting to happen, just at the early stages of that. You put the entrance to this stable. It's going to be located right here. Have the floor going across like this. Once we have that, we can bring in a few pips to start planting. Did we ever make progress on this? No. Try bringing another pip over there. Instead of taking you up, how about you go down here? See if we can get that last plant. Unless there's other plants in the way. No, I don't think so. I knew it was just a matter of time. There's a rover stuck. With this room ready, we're just about ready. I'm going to put a bin, just make it easy to bring in some pinch of pepper plants. Or the seeds anyway. I see we have our 6 Saturn critter trap, excuse me. I'm just looking to see. So the guy's in the way. Almost looks like it's not happy. Beta beans. High radiation levels. Oh, that's just temporarily while these guys are... Well, they like carbon dioxide. Them and carbon dioxide makes a lot of radiation. Now, interestingly, maybe it's just the one that there must be a high radiation here. Let's see, 2,000 versus here, 1,000 and something. If I click on information about these guys, does it have any... 2,200, so just above. Alright, well, that should go away once these guys move over just a little bit when they wake up. But I can get you out of here. Let's actually bring you up here. Make that a priority thing. Oops. Well, actually, yeah, let's make that priority thing as well. Pinch of pepper seeds. How many do we want? I think it's 9. I'll bring up a dozen. 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, maybe we will do 12. Do a little bit of mopping up. Now, once I start growing these things, just realize it's going to be pretty warm in this area, and I don't want that to radiate. Maybe I probably should have made... You know what? Let's deal with the pip first. I know what the pip's going to do if I do that. Let's get them planted, and then we'll worry about temperature modification. So just investigating a slowdown over here. Sometimes you get more than one plant, though I don't see that being the case. I don't see any other plants down here. Well, there's these ones. I'm pretty certain they're not in the way, but just to be certain, since it's been so long, we'll dig that out. I even moved the water weed seeds right on top where I want these guys to plant it. Gonna do the same ladder trick that I've done, so open up access to obsidian. So we can start building stuff with that. I'm gonna click on that. Just block. I don't think I need to block all 3. But we need to start blocking these ones first. Click the button. And then, oh yeah, also empty that out. Hopefully we won't need the storage bin again. Alright, in the meantime, so I'm going to have 3 plants here. I need to make a design for this. Put this right here. We would like to have the shearing station And I know that if I'm going to put some pinch of pepper plants around, we need to kind of move this to the side. Okay, so that is looking good. We're just waiting for a pip to get busy with some pinch of peppernet seeds. Still having sleepy critters. Pip has picked up the first plant seed in this stable, and they're going to put it right there. I believe they can still put 2 more right here before we move on. Gonna extend my tube line. Doesn't go very far. Have this go up and push it. Actually, how do I best do this? I can have it go through the tile. Actually, I don't have to go through this area. Because there's a 2 tile crossing. Maybe we'll do that right here. I don't know if I need an actual tile or not. I'll just put it in. Oh, or does that count as a tile itself? That I don't remember, but I'll have to get rid of this ladder. Oh, not enough plastic. Okay, well, that'll do for now, I guess. So this plant is not happy with the temperature, but we'll worry about that in a little bit once these things are planted. I see we made some progress. Finally, another tile to go. Check out down here. Okay, so this Saturn critter shop is now happy. We just have to wait for this guy to decide to wander in. Just looking at this design, I might make a slight modification to have this thing exit up here instead, just slightly higher. Right about the level. Actually, so the dupes can walk across here. So this might be a good spot to come out. Putting the transit tube right there. And waiting for more plastic. Alright, well, I think that is going to do it for today. So we get this little stable area we're setting up. We've got more waterweed growing natural over here. Let's see, we've got a new stable here to enjoy. Actually, this is making it so I don't have to worry too quickly about sending critters over. Let's see if any of these guys are hungry. They're all looking good. Oh, wait, I see. There's one there. Wrangle them. Let's do a quick health check. Temperature of the base is looking pretty comfortable. I do have that line running around here now. Power circuitry. Oh yeah, we had an issue in here. But I'll have to worry about this another time, but we fixed this a little bit. Rest of the base haven't really changed too much, except for, of course, we've got this heavy watt wire line that now goes way up here, and that's going to play a part. Oh, didn't actually connect this, did I? Should be able to do that now. Direct this towards this area, and this is going to be the project that I'm going to attempt next time. It is now a vacuum. I'm going to try to melt a rocket wall. Insanity. Let's see, any other things? Quickly check. I don't think we've got any disease around. We haven't spent much time with decoration. I might want to get one of the dupes the ability to decorate. Continuing to drain from here. Lots of water. Let's check our water reserves. Yeah, it is quite good. We've got some natural tiles, or natural plants growing. Waterweed in the first, oh no, sorry, second. Pinch of pepper plant growing. And quick check of all our rooms. Make sure I didn't dig something out. Make something that's no longer a room. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I will see you next time, where we will see what we can do with a rocket that has a melted wall. Till then.